right. Hello, everyone. My name is Mariah Wells, and I am a Mary Kay Independent Beauty Consultant. For the purpose of this speech, I am going to be talking about how to highlight and contour your face. Now, as women, I think we see a lot of videos on YouTube and the like, and a lot of makeup tutorials on social media, and we get really confused about what we're supposed to be doing. Well, I'm going to show you today that one, highlighting and contouring does not have to be scary, and it does not have to be difficult. My hope is that by the end of watching this speech and video with demonstration, that you're going to be able to see how to properly do it yourself, so that you can show your friends and show that highlighting and contouring does not need to be really that scary. All right. So I'm going to be the model today, and I'm going to show you how I do it on my own face. As you can tell, I've done a little bit of my own makeup with my eye makeup, but I haven't really done much with my face. So that's the part where we need to get started. So that you guys know what I'm starting with, I used liquid foundation, and I used foundation primer. These things are very important because if we don't have our canvas prepared properly, it's much like when we're painting a bedroom. If we don't have our canvas done properly, the paint's not really going to work, or it's going to take us a lot more time to look really pretty. So that's what I use to start every time I'm doing makeup. I start with my foundation primer, and then I put on my foundation because everything goes a lot smoother. So the next things that I'm going to show you are the products that I'm going to use to get my highlight, and then I will show you how to get the contour. Now, a lot of YouTube videos show us that we need to make crazy marks on our face, that we need special equipment and all of that stuff, but you really don't. So I use under eye corrector because I have really dark circles under my eyes. You may not need that, but I will show you where to put it in reference to your highlighting and reference to your contouring. This is just concealer. Other people may use a lighter eyeshadow, but I like to use concealer because, one, I'll use the concealer anyways if I get a blemish or something I want to hide, and two, it's cost effective because we're using one product for two things, and we all like to save money. So here are the things that you need to remember about the highlight. We want to make sure that we're not going too far up into our eye because we can create a bag. And our highlight is going to draw light in, so that you will see more light coming in, hence highlighting. So what you need to think about, I'm going to tell you 3 ways to remember. 1, we're going to make kind of a tree on our nose, so like a tree trunk, and then we're going to do a Nike swoosh right here on our cheekbone, and then we're going to make a line that looks like we're the Joker but without the red lipstick. So let me demonstrate that for you real quick. So first we have our nose, and I'm just going to draw a line right down my nose, and I'm going to kind of push it out like that. Kind of made a Y on my face. I know I look really silly right now, but eventually it's going to look good. Now, don't worry if you put too much on, we'll blend it out and it'll look great. So here I'm starting right about under my cheekbone, and I just made a Nike swoosh. If everybody knows what the Nike sign is, Nike swoosh. And then we're going to do the Joker. So right now I look kind of ridiculous, but we'll blend it out. I'm going to do one side of my face so that you can see the difference between the two and what it looks like. Then I'm going to take my trusty liquid foundation brush, which I can also use to put on my liquid foundation, and I'm just going to slowly blend this out so that it looks not quite so tree-like. I'm going to blend it down on my nose so that you see the light coming in. And right now it might look kind of scary, but when we put in the contour, it won't. And then we're just going to blend this out, and we want to take it around our eye socket We'll take it around our eye socket so that our light is drawn into our eyes. And then we're going to blend this out so that it looks like we've got a distinct line. And I know, right now I kind of look like a tribal woman, but that's okay, because like I said, we will blend this all out. Now the next thing I want to focus on is the dark circles. Well, you said, Mariah, how are we going to work with that? Very simple. I'm going to take my under eye corrector now, and I'm just going to put a couple dots right under my eye because that needs to be fixed. And I'm going to go in with a smaller brush because it's not as big of an area, and I'm just going to blend that out. It'll cover my under eye circles, and all of a sudden, it doesn't look as bad. So we have our tree, we have our Nike swoosh, and we have our Joker line. So far, so good. The next thing we're going to focus on is our contouring, and that's where everyone kind of gets a little weirded out. It really doesn't have to be that scary. What you want to think about when you're contouring is you want to think of a backwards 3. We start up here, we go around our hairline, we come in right where our lips are, and then we go down below our chin, and our 3 ends right here in the middle of our face. Why you want to hit those spots is it'll make us look like we've lost a little bit of weight, it'll make our face look smaller, and it'll make our nose look smaller. These are types of techniques that models and makeup artists will use when they're doing their photo shoots so that they look really tiny and that everything looks like they've had plastic surgery. But you don't have to do that. You can just use makeup. Now, some people will use darker foundation. I like to use bronzer because I'm particularly light. And I use a brush that kind of has an angle on it so that it's easier to get in and get what you want. And I'm just going to pull out my makeup palette here. I'm going to be using this bronzer right here. So, we're going to start with our nose. We're going to go beside our nose right there and make a contour line. This is going to give us the illusion that our nose is smaller. And then we're going to start our backwards 3. We're going to start at the top of our face, and we're going to go around in here, right above our Joker line. And we're going to kind of make ourselves look like a fish for a second, because right where that indentation is where we want to focus our contour. And then we're going to go and complete the backwards 3 right here. So if anyone maybe is a bit overweight and wants to get rid of the double chin or look like they have a double chin, this is something you can do to create the illusion that you're smaller. So again, we have, you can see my backwards 3 coming in, the Joker line that I said, we can see the other part of it, we can see the Nike swoosh, and then we can see the top, and then we can see on our nose on the side how I've contoured that. Again, super simple. I've been talking to you now for about 6 minutes on this, a technique that most every busy woman can do. Now the next thing before I blend this out is I'm going to do my blush, because that also creates the illusion of, you know, brightness in your skin. It also kind of tamps down some of the makeup that we haven't blended in yet, so it doesn't look so scary. I'm using this right here, and I'm just going to dip my brush in and a smile and the apples of my cheeks where I'm going to fill in my blush. Okay, so now I kind of look like a zebra, but that's okay. Like I said, we will fix that. The next thing we're going to do to fix our seemingly zebra face is we are going to put translucent powder on there to sort of set everything, and it dulls some of the really harsh edges that we have right now. See, as you can see, totally liney. Most women stop there, and that's what kind of makes them look scary when they go out in public. So I'm just going to take my loose powder brush, I'm going to tap it off, I'm just going to blend in and watch as some of the scary contour lines and highlight lines go away. And in under 7 minutes, I have done my face so that I look like I'm ready to go out on the town or I'm ready to go to work. This is something that any busy woman can benefit from. You can make yourself look beautiful and take time for yourself every single day if you want to. I hope that this speech has been informational for you and has shown you that 1, highlighting and contouring does not have to be scary. 2, there's a technique that you can use that makes it easy to remember and so that you don't look scary when you're going out. And finally, that you should be able to have confidence to rock highlighting and contouring regardless of your age or regardless of your belief in makeup or not. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed watching this speech.